I'm calling the meeting to order at 4:09 due to technology issues. All rise for Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag
To the flag
United States
of the
of
United States of America,
America,
to
to
the
the
republic
republic for
America,
which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
God,
under God,
indivisible,
just
with liberty.
and justice for all.
Okay. Moment of silence. Oops. Well, we just did that last night. We're okay. The next agenda item is to hear, consider, and act upon an updated firefighter hiring eligibility list, which will continue to be effective July 14th, 2020 through June 9th, 2022. Commissioner Ozaki?
Madam Chairman, I just would like to bring the rest of the commission up to date of what transpired. What ended up happening is based on our past experience on January 11th, 12th, and the 15th, we held oral interviews at the Fairfield Fire School for the position of firefighter. This was the same panel that we used to establish the first part of this list, the original list. For the original interviews, it was Deputy Chief Dunn, Assistant Chief Roger Case, Lieutenant John Candiela, Firefighter Matt Strebe, the Chairman of the Commission, Dorothea Brennan, and myself. So we had the meeting. It was long. Everybody that was there, I know, did a real good job, Chief. The people from the career department that were on that board are excellent and did their due diligence on this whole program there. So that's something that you should be proud of, that your guys are doing a good job there. Their concerns were primarily the fire department. 8 candidates were interviewed on January 11th and 12th, and then 4 today. Candidates were asked questions prepared by the testing company based on the assessment interviews. A list of candidates was developed to amend the eligibility list. This list was developed and a ranking order was proposed for the list. Approval of the list and the order was unanimous by all interviewers. So we all sat down, we all went through it, and we all agreed upon that this is how the list should look. So that being said, Nigel, I'll turn it back over to you if anybody's got any questions or anything on that.
Liam, I cannot see you, so I'll start with you as to whether you have any questions, because then I can see everybody else. Because I don't think Rob's on.
We think he dropped off.
Yeah.
And I sent him the link, so hopefully.
Okay,
he'll come back on.
he may need a phone link. He often comes in by phone.
We'll just
Liam, any questions? Anyone else, any questions? Yes, Bill.
Well, first of all, I'd like to offer my thanks to Commissioners Brennan and Ozaki for representing the commission. I appreciate your efforts. Secondly, I know you agreed on a listing order. Were there any disagreements, or was it pretty obvious to all participants just who the best candidates were?
And I'm going to put you on
Joe,
speaker.
could you mute yourself?
You on
I'm not
speaker.
sure who that is, Chief. Joe, do you want to take that, or do you want me to take that?
I can tell you, it was pretty much unanimous. There were a couple candidates where we reviewed closer than others, just to figure out how we got to each one. But you know, it was a real comfortable feeling that it was unanimous between everybody. There was no bickering and nobody, you know, like threw their hands up and said, okay. It was a smooth process. And we use a point system. So every candidate's given points for the questions. And when you start adding up the points, it becomes obvious where people should lie.
just to give it a little more visual, we each had a score sheet. So we each did our scores and then we compared our scores. And if there was really more than a 100 basis point difference between the highest and the lowest, we had a much more serious conversation. And that did happen at times. And part of it is you hear different things and remember, and you might say to me, oh, but he said, I heard him say this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That does answer that parameter kind of thing. That, and then when we looked at the ranking, there really was a pretty clear drop, which happened to us last time too. It was like, okay, the line's here. And there really wasn't a lot of debate about where the line was.
Good.
So, anyone else? John, anything? Okay.
No, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Commissioner Ozaki.
No, if nobody else got any other questions, I don't want to cut it off or nothing, but I am prepared at this time to make a motion.
Okay, and he's going to need a second, folks. Go ahead, Joe.
So my motion would be that the commission amend the Town of Fairfield Fire Department eligibility list effective August 12th, 2020, and set to expire on February 12th, 2022, unless extended by a formal vote of the Board of Fire Commissioners. The following is an updated rank order from the list established at the commission's July meeting. And pardon me if I really screw up some of these names, but Andrew Batchelor, Paul Couture, and Michael Otis. These three first people were from the previous list. So let me go back to my motion. Of this group, the first three will be in the Fire Academy on the February 1st, 2021. Additions from this round of interviews are Nicholas Demko, Luke Hawthorne, Matt Rowan, Michael Kennelly, Drew Pendera, Michael Esposito, Caitlin Perner, John Gagliano, and Tyler Posadas. And Tyler was from the original list who took a deferment. So Tyler Posado from the original list, the above are listed in rank order. I know that's a lot, but that's my motion.
I would beg all of the commissioners a moment because I help prepare all this documentation and the agenda has one set of dates and the motion that we just read has a different set of dates. And so I am going back quickly to the July 14th special meeting to make sure that our dates are consistent. Commissioner Alzaki, I gave the resolution has the wrong dates in it. It should read from July 14th, 2020 through June 9th, 2022. That's my error.
I would like to amend my motion just to change the two dates to reflect what you just said.
Okay,
I'll second the amended motion.
great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Did our recording secretary get the correction in dates? It's July 14th, 2020 through June 9th, 2022. We all set there?
Just unmuted you.
Yep, I did, thank you.
Okay, and did you get the motion was by Joe and second by Bill? It's harder because she can't see everybody.
I have, yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
this is a special meeting, so we cannot in fact take up other items that aren't on the agenda, so a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Didn't,
Joe and John. Okay,
Did you
we're
vote?
done. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
ladies. Thank you all. We're all set.
Dorothea, who made the motion? I'm sorry.
Joe to adjourn and John seconded to adjourn.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you actually vote? Was there a
Oh.
vote on that though?
On the adjournment, I don't think I did. You're right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We meant on the list.
Oh, yes, we voted on the list.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, there was. Yeah, that was a vote. Yeah, you're good
Yep.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Just wanted to make sure it was. Okay, thank you, Liam. We were confused.
Thank you.
Okay.
And thank you, Sheila.
Okay, thanks,
And I'm
Sam.
sorry for the difficulties getting in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good weekend, everybody.
Aye.
Two.
See you in a while, Joe. We've been together a lot.